cassava forms a canopy. When it gets to 5 months going, it forms a canopy. So when you plant and you don't give it space, it affects its bigness in terms of it getting space to stretch. So when you give it more space, it gets air, and when it gets to the canopy stage, it grows proper because it already had space before growing.
Suppose I buy the cassava sticks, hopefully they'll be long like this. You've cut them short. Was there like a particular measurement you used, or how did you go about the cutting?
If I can just make a demonstration, we have like 4 different ways of planting. Others get to bury it, like our own apostle, our great apostle Kojo. He did the first plant by burying the whole cassava into the soil, so it just shoots up. Okay, that's one stage, one way of planting. Others too get to insect vertically by letting the 4 to 5 nose enter into the soil. So someone can just push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the soil.
So one other means that I've also learned with interviewing different farmers. So you mentioned this type of planting. So the farmer, what I know of, and what most viewers to watching this might want to know about, is sometimes you see the nodes on it.
Yeah.
So I visited a farmer who cuts the nodes. What's going, guys? Welcome back to another exciting farming week in Ghana. Today is the first time seeing me. I'm Charles, and on this channel we talk about farming and agriculture here in Ghana. For the previous video, I had a conversation with Charles. Yes, Charles. I had a conversation with him to know how he started. As I said, he's not a new face on the channel. I've already been to the farm when he used to do okra, and now he's on a big project doing cassava, and he invited us to come and have a look at what he has done and the progress. So we did that in the previous video. But in this video, we're going to look at how to start your own cassava farming. If you're interested in venturing into cassava farming, what you're supposed to know when you are doing your own cassava. And also do a tour of the farm as well. He will be taking us around. There's like it's a 30-acre farm where he has 10 acres cassava. So he'll be touring the farm. He'll be showing us what to do or what to look out for. But yeah, if you want to start your own cassava farming and you need some information that will be useful to you, right from the beginning, the plowing of the land and everything, to the point of maturity and harvesting, that's what this video is going to be focused on. So yeah, before we get into it, like this video for me, subscribe to the channel and share. Share to other people who will be interested in starting their cassava farm, want to venture into farming, and even don't know what to do as a farmer or the type of farming to venture into. So yes, this video will also help them to know maybe whether to go into cassava farming, if they want to go into cassava farming, to whether it will be profitable for them to start, and some information that will be useful to them in starting. So yeah, without much ado, let's go into the video. Charles,
yes.
So we want to know if I'm a beginner, I'm starting my own cassava farm, what am I supposed to do first? What are the things I'm supposed to know?
Okay, so
venturing into cassava farming?
So when you want to enter into cassava farming, first what you need to get is a land.
Okay.
Depending on the size of farming you want to do. So if you want to do it on a larger scale, you have to get a large land. If you want to do it on a smaller scale, you get a small scale of land. So first acquisition is the land acquisition.
Okay.
Then you go in for the cassava that you'll be planting. That is the cassava sticks.
But with the land, cassava, do they grow in every type of land? I'm supposed to target a particular how?
Okay, so where we are is an upstream land.
Okay.
We have upstream lands and low lands. So upstream lands does not retain water. With the low stream lands, it gets to retain water. So that's basically what the rice farmers use for, and the okra farmers sometimes use when it gets to dry up a bit.
Okay.
So this place is an upstream land which does not retain water.
Okay.
So lands that are good for cassava is a rich soil, a loamy soil to be precise. It's not good for clay soil.
Okay.
So when you want to enter into cassava farming, you have to get a rich land, not just any land, a rich land.
A rich land. Okay.
Yes, even if the land is there and is being used for cassava or is being used for farming, you still have to improve the nutrient content in it by doing a lot of things.
Like
so
what? Maybe.
like plowing, because some lands have already been used for farming for years
Okay.
before you going into acquire. So with such lands, most of the nutrient has been depleted either by rain or either by human activities.
Okay.
So in acquiring the land, it's not just acquiring the land. You have to get to know whether the land will be suitable for what you'll be doing, that is cassava. So some land, as you acquire, is barren. Let me use that word, it's barren, because it has been used for so many years and the land has lost its strength.
Okay.
So in getting such lands, you need to work on the land. So in working on such lands, sometimes if there's a poultry dropping or an organic fertilizer for you to use, you can use that, or an inorganic material for you to use on the land before you get to plant. You can use that for the land to regain its nutrient again.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's not just acquiring the land. The land has to be checked before you get to use. One, the soil nutrient, the acidity of the soil, and also the texture of the soil. So if you are to get, yes, the texture. So this is a loamy and a loose soil.
Okay.
So this doesn't retain water. So it's good for cassava. And this land has been used for some time, for a couple of years. Before I came in, the existing farmer left for me to get the access to the land. So I had to go in with a good plan. So I've plowed the land before I get to use.
Okay.
For the land to get its strength back by mixing with the weeds that were on, and some organic matters would decompose for the land to also get its strength back again before I do my farming again.
Sure. That's fine. So at least where we are now is like a plowed place, right?
Yes, I did it yesterday.
Okay. So I can see like a tractor?
Yes, a tractor came in yesterday
to do that. Okay. So after plowing, what's next are you supposed to do?
So after plowing, you have to get your material, which is what you want to do on. So I intend to plant cassava. So I've gotten my cassava sticks for my workers to also get to help me in the planting. So what I'm doing now is cassava. I'm occupying the whole land with cassava. So I have my cassava sticks there that I've started planting.
Okay. So the cassava sticks, let me ask this question. I know there are different varieties, or let me say, of the cassava sticks. They have some what they call 419 and some other ones. So there are some that they say is 7 months, some is a year, some is 6 months, and all of that. Which type are you using?
Okay. So let me try to confine myself in where I am now. Okay. So the locality that I came in, what they term as this type of variety is what I'm going to say.
No problem.
So for here, they have the 6 months cassava called Ejayad. I know it has a different name when you get to other regions.
Yeah,
so I'm using my own place as my comfort zone.
That's fine.
So for here, with the bourgeoisie stretch, the 6 months cassava is called Ejayade.
Ejayade.
Yes, okay. I think it got its name as a result of it helping them, because it gets to mature very quick for them to get something.
So Ejayade.
Yes, Ejayade.
Nice.
So whoever gave the cassava stick to the person to come and plant on this land, the appreciation is the person has done well.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
We have the Ejayade, we have the 1 year on. But with the 1 year on, it's solely used for condo.
Okay.
With the 6 months on, which is a Ejayade, is used for fufu. So that one it has a ready market when it gets to its maturity stage.
That's a 6 months.
6 months, exactly. If you want it to get to, if you want to get a bigger tuber, you leave it for 7 to 8 months. Then you get a fully grown cassava.
Okay. But at least by 6 months.
6 months, that is the mature stage.
So you leave it a little bit long for
you get a bigger cassava tuber if you want to.
Nice.
So with the other varieties
Yeah.
is 1 year variety, but they have different names. So some of the names that I can say now is we have Benze,
Benze.
we have Madamaku.
Madamaku.
If I'm not mentioning the names right, but that's what I can say. The Benze, the Madamaku is the variety that is being grown here mostly.
Okay. Nice. Can we have a look at the sticks, some of the sticks as well? And maybe we'll look at how the planting is. Because if I have the stick, I can see your colleague doing some of the planting.
Yes, please.
So we know how to go about it.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys should come along as we have a look at that.
So what we are having in our hand is 2 types of variety.
Okay.
With this is the 6 months old, which has some features. So with the local indigenous that are here, what they get to know when they are to acquire a 6 months cassava is the feature. So one, it has a brown color. The stick has a brown color, and the leaves has a red leaf. So you can see this dead one, it has a red leaves.
Yeah, the branches.
So when you see this one, it's a 6 months cassava stick.
Okay.
So with the other one, which is the 1 year old, which could be Benze or Madamaku, has a white color and also has a white leaf.
This one is okay.
The leaf is white, so that one is not red. So when you go around and someone gives you a stick of this nature and tells you it's a 6 months cassava, you can absolutely argue with the person that it isn't, because we have some features that they get to detect before they acquire the cassava for the 6 months and for the year as well.
Yeah.
So with the 6 months, as I rightly said, it has some features. It has a brownish color with the stick, and its leaves has a reddish color. And with the white one, which is the a year old, has a white color and the leaves too white as well.
Nice. This is good because you might go in the market and say you want, or go to someone you want to buy cassava sticks from. Then the person will say, oh, this is 1 year. This is 6 months. Meanwhile, it is 1 year.
Yes.
So at least it's good for you to know, so you can easily be able to like identify them.
Yes.
As you said, the 1 year is used for condo, right?
Yes, please.
And the 6 months are
it's
normally
used
like
for fufu.
Okay, so which one? If I want to go into Gary processing,
you use the 1 year on, because that one it gets to expand when you grate. As you grate with the grinding the machine, the condo machine,
yeah,
it gets to expand. If I can say etu.
Okay.
But with so with the 6 months one does not give you that amount as it is.
Okay.
So they don't use it for the condo, so it's for fufu.
Nice,
and it's very sweet. When you get to taste the 6 months old cassava, I will give you a taste. I've told one of my guys to prepare some, so you just have a taste. It tastes like yam.
Okay.
It tastes like yam, and even sweeter than yam.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'll have to taste that, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes like. So yes, it's good to know. This is like a very vital part of our conversation. This is 6 months. This is 1 year. If you want to go into Gary production, condo, and all of that, you use the 1 year one.
Yes.
Then if you for edible, for fufu, and for at least any other ones that you want to eat, you can go by this
6
one, right?
months.
The 6 months. Okay. But at least the 6 months you can use to do the Gary, but just that.
It will give you a large quantity of condo you want.
Nice. That's good. That's good for us to know. Okay. So as we are on I can see you guys have plowed, and they have started planting some. Can you let us know? I can see there are lines in there. How are you going about the planting? How are you doing it?
Okay, so with my scope of work, I do a proper planning when it comes to my farming.
Okay.
So I have chosen to use the hook and line for my plan, which is I plant with lines to get one. The main target is to get a lot of cassava on the land, because when you plant scattered on the land, you could lose some of the cassava if it gets dead. But when you plant in lines, you can detect when one is dead or two is dead. And as well too, it gives you a good proper view in terms of the beauty of the work that you have done. And as well too, one of the important thing is when a customer comes in and gets to see that you have planted in lines, it gives them hope that they are buying a good cassava, because they know the number of cassava in line planting is plenty than in scattered planting.
Okay.
So with the line planting, it helps the farmer in terms of the capital he needs to get out of what he's doing. So I get to choose with the line planting rather than the scattered one.
The scattered one. Nice. And it makes it look nice and beautiful.
Yes, of course.
As time goes on, you will see some of the matured ones is done, like it went with the line planting, and trust me, it's a view you would like to see. So yes, I can see also with the cassava sticks. Suppose I buy the cassava sticks, hopefully they'll be long like this. Yeah. You've cut them short. Was there like a particular measurement you used, or how did you go about the cutting?
Okay, so there isn't a particular measurement in terms of the cutting.
Okay.
But what's happening is there's a height to our cutting, which has a reason to. Okay. Why? Because for this area, we do our planting upright. We don't do horizontal planting or vertical planting, because when you get to other regions and other places, they wouldn't love to plant it as you get to see here. But there's a reason to why we get to plant upright. That is with the practices that we use here, which is our weed management work that we get to here. We need to plant upright. So when we are doing our weed spraying, we get not to disturb the leaves. Okay. Because it gets to grow at the tip of the cassava. When you are doing the spraying, your spray work goes down, your nozzle goes down without touching the leaves up. But when you plant in horizontal, it gets to lower itself with the leaves, and you can't do a spray work, because once the spray get to the leaves, it will kill it. So
I'm coming. Let's not cut it short. If I understand your vertical and horizontal, is it that some people plant it like this?
Yes, of course.
And some yours is like straight like this?
Yes, please. Upright.
Okay. Just for those clarity, for those who don't get it, because I was also processing it. I was like, how? Now I realized, okay, maybe some might slant it a bit, it might be diagonal like
some
this.
Even, if I can just make a demonstration, okay. Some with the planting, we have like 4 different ways of planting. Others get to bury it, like our own apostle, our great apostle Kojo Safo, with his planting, he did the first plant by burying the whole cassava, okay, into the soil, so it just shoots up. Okay, that's one stage, one way of planting. Okay. Others too get to insert vertically by letting the 4 to 5 nose enter into the soil. So someone can just push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the soil, horizontal like this. Okay. The reason is all the nose will get roots for it to mature as a cassava. That's their motive. Okay. Okay. So for us in this jurisdiction, what we intend in terms of planting our own cassava is vertically, because of our weed management program. Because when we choose this and this, it would affect our spraying work, because the leaves will be lower for us to disturb. Because once the spraying work, the air blows, it spreads widely, then invisibly you couldn't see that the spray work has touched the leaves, but you eventually get to know the effect after the next day. So with us, when we do the vertical planting, we get to cut the stick at a height, not a specific measurement, because when you give it a height, the nose at the top gets to shoot.
Okay.
It could be the next one or the third one. So once I'm doing my weed management with my nozzle, if I'm spraying, it goes down.
Yeah.
Even if it touches the stalk, it wouldn't affect it.
Okay.
If it doesn't touch the leaves, I'll still have my plant growing. So that's the main reason why we choose to plant vertically.
So the leaves are important. If you are
Of
spraying,
course.
that's make sure that doesn't touch the leaves.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So one other means that I've also learned with interviewing different farmers. So you mentioned this type of planting. So the farmer, what I know of, and what most viewers to watching this might want to know about, is sometimes you see the nodes on it.
Yes.
So I visited a farmer who cuts the nodes. So let's say he cuts like this one, like this. If there was a knife, I would have shown you. Cuts like a portion of it.
Yeah.
The cutting the different nodes.
I have a...
Okay, let me see if I can. So he cuts the nodes. He chops off like, and today that I'm the farmer. I'm doing practical
demonstration.
Yeah, practical demonstration. So I don't. Can you help me cut like the marketed lines? To cut that part off.
It's not an easy thing.
Yeah. So what he does is, so he cuts the
and gets the nose like
this, but at least a little bit thicker, because just like wiped it off just like that. So it has to be a little bit thicker.
Okay.
So he cuts it like this. Then he nurses it. So he does a nursery. Then he nurses the various nodes.
Okay.
On the nursery.
Okay.
With time, it grows. The nodes start to grow. Then if it gets to a particular point, it feels like when they transplant it to be, so like let's say 2 or 3 weeks, then he transplants them from the nursery onto the main field. So with what he does is, you see the way you do the normal sticks inside.
Yeah.
You might have with like this particular node, this stick like this. All the nodes on it will be nursed, then to be transplanted. So it means you get more cassava.
Yes.
From there. Than as in compared to using the full stick.
Yes.
So if you have like less number of sticks, you can just cultivate like a very huge number of land.
So that's a good initiative.
Okay.
I would incorporate that in my next farming.
Yeah, so you can try that one out.
Because what I've gotten to realize that I think it would be of help to me is with the 6 months cassava sticks, it's scarce.
Yeah.
It's very scarce in this area.
Yeah.
To get it is very hard. Even you can't buy. You wouldn't get it for you to buy.
Okay.
So once you get the opportunity to buy, it's knowing you, knowing me kind of relationship before you get to buy. Because any farmer who has 6 months cassava would like to keep it to extend his on farm. Another land.
Nice.
So with this technique that you have shown me, I think getting a few cassava sticks would help you to grow more.
Exactly.
So I will incorporate that.
Yeah. So you can try that out. There are a number of people who've watched who have tried that out and it worked for them. There are people who do it and they don't know how to do it, so it doesn't work. But as I've explained, so you cut the nodes like that.
Yeah.
Then he puts them in, I think fungicide or so. It's called sangwaseb that he uses. Yeah. He washes it inside. Then on the nursery, he just puts it on it.
Yeah.
So after a week or two, you see that they realize they start growing. Because if you plant them like this, the understanding is that most of the nodes have to die out for one particular side to start germinating. So when he cuts the nodes and puts it in there, he just focuses on the nodes for them to start germinating. Then at the time, he just transplants them and just go. So yes, for those who have asked the questions and all of that about cassava farm, you can try that one out. And we also try it out, and maybe I'll come here and we will see how the feedback has been.
Yeah, I'll just
with
do
that. Okay. So yeah, we can continue. So with this method, it's easy for you to be able to control your weeds, basically.
Yeah.
And it's easier to go by that. Yeah. And so what's the planting distance, if I may ask?
Okay, so this is with this one I couldn't use my tape to do the measurement, but I think it's close to 2 feet.
2 feet. So like how, what by what, if I may ask?
With the interval, with the width that I couldn't measure, but I have a planting distance that will give it more space for air to pass through. So we have our normal eye
gauging
that we do here.
Okay. So you didn't actually measure, so you can't maybe
Yes.
determine.
Yeah.
But like those who are watching, because I saw him fix the sticks to do the lines.
Yeah.
But I was like gauging with
if
size.
the reason why I'm trying to explain that we couldn't do the proper measurement this time around is the person who is planting, they have options and reasons why they do their planting if you call them to work, because when you give them time to do proper measurement, it delays them.
It will take a lot of time.
So they wouldn't like it that way. So when you just give them the line, but when I'm doing, I do a meter by meter for each distance.
Okay.
Each stake a meter or 80 centimeters by 1 meter, depending on the squareness of it.
Okay.
80 centimeters in between with the breadth 1 meter if I'm planting.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at least there is enough space in there, because
Yeah.
I can see where gauging with your eye and all looks uniform.
But proper cassava planting measurement is 80 centimeter by a meter, 1 meter.
Okay. That's nice. And what's the reason? Is it that the roots, because cassava grows down?
Yeah.
It's what's the reason?
Cassava forms a canopy. When it gets to 5 months going, it forms a canopy. So when you plant and you don't give it space, it affects its bigness in terms of it getting space to stretch. So when you give it more space, it gets air, and when it gets to the canopy stage, it grows proper because it already had space before growing. So with the space that you give, if you give it the correct space, it grows bigger, faster, and it gets time to give more food to the tuber because it has more space to acquire sunlight and as well get nutrients from the ground. Once it gets closer, once you plant very close to each other, it struggles for nutrients. And when it gets to the canopy stage, there's no space for each of them to get that time to form proper leaves and stuff. So you have to do a proper spacing for it to get well for you.
Nice. And we can see the effects when we get to the other one, right? How they look, the canopy and all of that. Okay, so as you do this, now that you've planted, most of the planting was done today, right?
Yeah, we just started this morning.
Okay, so after planting, what am I supposed to do on the land?
Okay.
Any farm management practices at this stage?
Okay, so once you plow the land, the weeds now gets to start up, like restart, because the plowing gets to take the leaves back to its growing stage, back. So it will take like, if it doesn't rain, it will take like 2 months to 3 months before it gets to see weeds
going inside. Oh, okay.
Growing faster. But once it rains continuously, at least a month, you see weeds covering the land, then you start your spray work.
Okay.
And cassava doesn't like more rain when you plant initially because it needs a temperature for it to get the roots. A bit warm, a bit cool before it gets to form more roots at the base of its
in the soil.
Its stick. So once you get to prepare the land and you plant, it needs to get a good temperature for it to germinate. So if you get more rain, it affects its germination. So this has a good temperature since we are planting. The sun is on, so in a week or two, it will start to germinate.
Okay. So the germination begins like after 2 weeks.
After 2 weeks
of planting.
Then it gets when you get a fresh cassava stick like what we have gotten.
Yeah.
From 2 weeks, you see the leaves emerging.
Oh, nice. On the top, right, or from the some of the
on
leaves?
the top.
Okay. That's nice. So 2 weeks, at least they'll start germinating.
Yes,
and
please.
In the course of it, weeds will not come in by this time.
If it doesn't rain within the 2 weeks, you'll be surprised that when you come, you will see no weeds. Yes, because the land has been tilted. So like, in rural now, you are restarting or inside current before the seeds again will come up.
It
will take a longer time.
Okay, but cassava doesn't need much water.
No, once you plant and it doesn't get to 2 months to 3 months, it doesn't need a lot of water. Okay. Because that's why it's being done on an uphill, on a upland. Okay. Because when you get to plant in a retaining water land, it will kill it. The roots will die. Okay. Because you get termites trying to feast into the roots, because they would love to hide inside it for them to also get shelter. Because once it's raining, they have to move from the soil to find a place to hide. Okay. So if you plant it in a waterlogged area or in a low land, they'll use the stalk as their hiding place by eating the root and enter into the
cassava
stick.
So destroy it.
Yes, so it doesn't need a lot of water during planting. For your first 2 months, it needs to get a good temperature. After, when the rain sets in, then it has formed the roots. It has strength to retain any animal trying to come to destroy it.
Okay. So is there anything you're supposed to know at this stage?
Yes, so at this stage, once you do your planting, you have to do a proper check, land check, which is coming in to check whether if some of the sticks have not fallen, because bears also invade. We have some white bears which come to invade on the land once a new land has been prepared. Okay. Because they also come to feast on the land. Termites, worms, and stuff.
Once you turn it, at least you can get a...
Yes. If you're not turning, once they get to see that the land has been prepared, weeding and after burning, they also come in to feast. The white lands. From ni local name we fi. But me more fita bi. They come on the land and they try to feast. Once they get to the stick, they don't know that you have planted, though. They can just give it a shoulder and it will fall down. So you have to do a proper check after you plant. You come in to check if all your plant sticks are in place. Okay. So you get to see that everything has been germinated before you do a tick of 50% of what you have done.
Nice. Okay. So are we done with this side? Can we go to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, as I explained, there's like a technical cassava land. He has different stages of cassava farming. So that's what we are going to do in this video. So if you look at the land preparation, the plowing with the planting, we have the next stages. Which one is
that is we are going to a month to
2 months. Okay.
Cassava. So if you don't know how cassava stages are, we are going to get you through and you know. If you are in the house and you want to see how your cassava will get to when it is 1 month or 2 or 3 or 4, you will get to know.
Yeah. So yes, join us as we get to the other side of the video. Okay, so we are here at the 2 months or
1 month.
1 month.
Yes.
Okay. So for you guys, if you can see that at least the leaves have begun growing on top of the cassava, as you explained.
Yeah.
Okay. So around the stage, what do you do? What are some of the things you check when you get to this stage?
Okay. So since I planted this, the rain has set in like 3 times, heavily. So you definitely expect weeds to grow to catch up with the plant. So as I explained earlier on with the first side that we were from before coming here, I said when you plant within 2 weeks, the leaves will start to emerge. Yeah. So once it emerges and there's no rain, there wouldn't be any weeds on the land. But with this, when we did the planting, we have gotten 3 heavy rains setting in. So the weeds emerge. So you can see we have done our spray work. So you can see they are dying off the spray work, the effect of the spray work on the weeds. So once weed management is checked, is done, the plant gets to be free from any competition.
Okay.
So it just pick up with the growth. It just pick up within some few months, and people will be amazed. So one of the things that local farmers get to be amazed is, hey, ubanchi die edwane ntemu. So and then man edwane ntem is because there's no competition with the weeds. Akwa se me no, ye to edwane 5 cedc anima ye di enso yen.
Yeah.
Same as the plant, they too they feed. So once it is feeding and the weeds are also feeding, it means there's a competition.
Yeah.
So when you get rid of the weeds, it feeds alone and it gets to grow faster. So with my own as a month old, you get to see someone's cassava which is a month old without a good culture practice with terms of weed management. You wouldn't get this nicely grown weeds leaves like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the weeds are competing with it. So it will be tiny. The leaves will be very tiny because of the effect of the weeds engaging it.
Sure. Okay. So at this point, the main thing is like weed management, if I understand you right. Okay.
So with the first 3-4 months, it's weed management control. Because after 4 months, it forms a canopy.
Okay.
Then you are able to relax in terms of weed management because it has already formed a canopy and the weeds will be suppressed because it doesn't get a sunlight
on them
for it to grow faster.
Okay. Okay. And at this stage too, still, it doesn't need much water, right?
Yes, of course.
So if you are doing cassava farming, you don't have to care what it's all about water, like watering the plants. You just have to leave it.
No. Cassava likes a warm temperature soil.
Okay.
If there's no rain and there's a sun within the time of planting, don't be discouraged because that is the optimum temperature for it to germinate.
Okay. Okay. I get you.
So once rain sets in, the termite gets to feast, as I explained, on the cassava stick because they also want to find a place to hide.
Yeah.
But when the sun is on and it has a warm temperature, the soil is warm, they use the soil surface by moving around. But once the rain sets in, whilst you plant, they want to find a place to hide. So your sticks is their hiding place.
Me, I've done my investment. You come to hide my savings and for my cassava for me. Okay. Okay. So with the weedicides, what weedicides do you use and how do you go about applying it, maybe?
Okay. So before you get to prepare the land for cassava planting, some use 2 different herbicides.
Okay.
We have Gramazone and we have Condemn. So the Gramazone kills the weeds very quick, but it has its effect doesn't last long in terms of the weed growing back.
Okay.
So once you apply Gramazone, it kills the leaves, the weeds very quick, but it grows back very fast. At least if rain sets in a month, the weeds will return back. Okay. But when you use Condemn, it has a longer time of working on the leaves. So you can see its effect within a week to 2 before you get to see that the leaves are dying.
Yeah.
But it has a longer duration in terms of the weeds regaining its strength back to grow.
The way you call it Condemn. Who wants them for all? Okay. Okay. So with the applications, is it like you mix it with water, you go about it?
Yes. So with this, we have our cassava at its month stage and it is at the top. So we have applied Gramazone. So the Gramazone, when you are applying it, what has helped us is our vertical planting. So it doesn't affect the cassava leaves. So after spraying, we still have our cassava plant intact because when we are spraying, we make sure the nozzle is below the cassava stick. So if we have a shrub like this, we get to stand and push it down with our boots.
Okay.
Then we apply our nozzle on it. If you leave it on top, the leaves is at par in terms of the height and it would affect the leaves. So we push it to the ground, then we will apply it on the ground.
Okay.
With the one that is on the lower bed, we just apply it down.
Okay.
Then we get them rid of.
That's nice. That's nice.
So you can see we have killed it without affecting the cassava. So if a month after we get another month on, you get to come, you see how it has grown uniformly.
Yeah.
And the weed has been checked, so it will just be growing fast for us to see what we are doing.
And this looks very beautiful. We'll try and get you guys a shot of what is here. I'm imagining it growing and having canopy, how it will look like. It will be very beautiful. And you can see the lines planting that he did. It looks like it's quite nice and beautiful. So if you see them grow too, they'll be looking very nice as well. So from this stage, where do we go to?
Okay, so we'll be moving to 2 to 3 months on stage. Then you get to see that one, how it looks like. Okay. And the stage it is, if we want to see your cassava entering into 2 to 3 months.
How it's going to look.
Yes.
Like. Okay. But here, aside the weed management, you don't do much about it, right?
Yes. So the culture practice, the major one is, here the land is not used much. So there's nutrients in the land.
Okay.
So, as I said, it's just weed management for now.
Okay.
Once we detect any disease on the leaves, which is fungus, we apply a fungicide on it.
Okay, I
get so with the application of the fungicide, we get to use systemic on. We have contact and systemic. So with the systemic, it gets to feed in the veins of the leaves. It retains in the leaves even if after rain comes. Okay. So it works inwardly and it does the work for us when you apply a systemic fungicide. So
systemic is better.
Yes.
Okay. And with the weedicide, how many times do you apply weedicide?
So for you to grow cassava to harvesting, if you're doing a proper weed management with either weeding and spraying, you can do the spraying application 4 times within the year.
Okay.
Within the year, 4 times within the year.
Okay. That's fine. So yeah, any other thing I'm supposed to know here, so we go to the next stage.
Yeah. So when you are doing a larger scale farm, like what I'm doing, you cannot just use weeding, which is whole weeding, because it involves a lot of labor. So I think this is another cultural practice that lessens our budget as startup farmers, and as well eases the rate of work, the time spent on working on each land, because getting in a labor to weed for you for a hoe, using the hoe can as well damage. If you don't get a proper labor, the labor can destroy what you have done. Some would uproot the cassava and leave it after it has been done, that have finished the work. Getting to check, then the person has uprooted a lot of cassava on the ground. So with the weed management, by using the spray, it helps a lot. But before you can do that, you have to plant vertically.
Very important.
Vertically. Because when you do the horizontal planting, you don't take care. The spraying, when you are spraying, the wind blows, it sprays the particles of the water. So it gets to the leaves, but you don't know. You get the effect during the next day or a week if you are to use the different type of weedicide that you acquire.
Okay. So it's very important to take note. Plant vertically to make sure that you're able to control your weeds on the farm.
Yes.
So can we go to the next side?
Yes, please.
Okay. So where is that one? Is it here?
So we are going to our end left side.
To
see.
So join the video as we go. I believe you guys are learning a lot from the videos that we are doing on cassava farming. If you have any questions, just put in the comment section. I'll reach out to my name, Charles, so he comes to answer as well. All right, join us to get into the video. Charles, I had a stage bang.
Okay, so I did this plantation around August. I think 4th August.
Oh, okay.
So we are in October.
October, so 2 months.
It's in
I
its
guess
third
September,
month.
October. Okay, 3 months, yeah.
Is it in 3 months stage?
Okay, okay. So at this stage, what do you do? Like, and at this stage, like they've grown nicely. They look like matured cassava. So if I understand from our conversation, this is like the 6 months, right?
Yes.
Because of the this
Yes,
one
the
and then-
features that I explained to you.
Nice. I believe you guys are paying attention because he talked about all of these things. Okay. So at this stage, what do you do? What are you supposed to take care of?
So now with the initial conversation we had, I spoke about weed management.
Yeah.
So if you are able to check your weeds from your plant within the first day of planting to 4 months or 3 months, you get a canopy stage formed.
Okay.
Then you are free from weed management, because without the weed management you wouldn't have seen this. The farm wouldn't have grown like this, beautiful
like
as you
this.
see like this.
This is very
So we have
beautiful, I
done
must
a
say.
proper weed management as a result of trying to learn from other people. It's not just we planting, we do learn as well from other farmers. We do reading on other farmers farm, that the things that they are doing that is helping them. So I did my education. I got my education from other farmers who did their weed management properly and gave them a good result. So I also incorporated that in my project. So as you can see, we have checked. There's no weeds. The weeds has been suppressed by the canopy shape of the cassava. So there's less weeds on my farm, and the cassava is growing very, very fast. It's growing very, very fast.
Nice. This is beautiful. I think here we can see the importance of growing the line method as well.
Okay,
'cause they
so
look nice.
what's happening is here, it wasn't grown line. We didn't use the line, but what we did was we had to get fresh cassava so that we didn't get a lot of casualties in terms of the cassava, some of the cassavas dying off. So we got fresh cassava sticks and we did a planting, but we did a proper weed management. So you can't see the effect on the cassava because weeds has been controlled. So the beautiness as compared to the line is the same, because it's very uniform in terms of its growth.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, you didn't use line, and like they look very nicely spaced out. You can easily walk through the farm.
Yes.
Like they are growing beautifully, basically.
Yes.
Even without the line like method that you
Yeah.
used. Okay. Nice. Okay, so here there you don't really do much, if I understand.
Yeah.
Once weed has been controlled well.
Yes.
Then
This is a very big space that I worked on. Is we call it the measurement. We do 10 by 10. The measurement we call it 10 by 10. That is one rope. Okay. So this is a 19 rope. So it's left with one rope then to be up to 2 acres. So this cassava that we are on, the capacity is a 2-acre land.
Okay. So here is 2 acres. But the one you
we plowed is 8 ropes. So it's left with 2 ropes for it to be 1 acre.
Okay. Then the 1 month 1 2 was.
It's 9 ropes. It's left to 1 rope to be 1 acre.
Okay. But is that the reason why you just left one rope?
No. It's a. As I said, people were farming on.
Okay.
Before I came. So when the size of what they were doing is also what I occupied.
Okay.
So once I finished clearing, I had to do my measurement to see the size that I'm on. So eventually, if I measure, I get to see that this is 8 rope, this is 1 acre, this is 19 ropes. So that's how I've gotten to see.
Nice. So the rope helps you to determine the acres and the number.
And when you are picking labor, you get to know what you are to pay, because here they work in ropes. When a person plants for you in terms of cassava for a rope, there's an amount they take. When a person weed for you in terms of a rope, there's an amount that they take.
Nice. So in this area, can you let us know some of the costs, the amount they charge?
Yeah. So if no. Say me can say ya. Me nka twi we na obi a ohwe no so emfa nkoya asem nka. Esun bebia ne enho asem. Aha no ne omoji no na meka. Ne etene say aha no 10 by 10 no. Wabasa sei. Sa 10. Me twi mabasa mu sei. Enye mi a me yetie yo. Sebi. But obi owa all twi ni nsemu 10. Sa square. Se unya ne sa square na 10 square na so obi bedo ama wo area ha. Ye di 30 cedis. Say fuo, say mfuyo 30 cedis.
Okay.
But say it is so not so o dua banchi amawa that is 10 by 10 na obeju 20 cedis per each rope. 10 by 10. If the person is to plant for you cassava, the amount they are taking is 20 cedis. If they are to weed for you, the amount they are taking is 30 cedis.
Per the 10 by 10.
Per the 10 by 10. And so if you are doing an acre is 10 ropes. So if you are planting cassava for an acre, 10 ropes, here you pay 200 Ghana cedis because 20 by 10.
Okay.
If you are to clear an acre, here is 10 ropes, the same 10 ropes, but you are paying 30 cedis for a rope. So you are paying 300 Ghana cedis for an acre if you are to clear an acre within this jurisdiction.
Nice. I believe you guys would at least have a fair idea what he's talking about. So
it varies from different
area
local communities.
Yes. That one there obviously has to vary. It's not like it's standardized. Okay, but I want to understand the depending being in same say like the 10.
Yeah, nipa ni bie ni nsemu na sekan miensa sekan foforo a yato oto 1 2 3.
Okay.
Na omo de atwa dua. So the stick that they will cut, that is their measurement for counting the 10.
Okay.
So they use either you use a new cutlass to cut the stick by using 3 steps, 3 counting on the stick, 3 counting of the cutlass on the stick.
Yeah.
Then you cut. Then use the stick to measure the 10.
Okay.
Count square before you get to 1 rope.
So you say to measure 10.
Yeah.
The width then 10.
Yes.
Height.
Yes. So if you don't have a new cutlass, what they do is they get someone who has a wider arm to stretch. Then they use the stick to measure. Okay. Then they will cut. Then you can use that to measure.
Nice. This is a local way of.
But you can't go and pick. If you, Charles, you want me to come and weed on your land.
Yeah.
And you go and pick Adwa Smart to come and stretch for me to get the size. No, you pay less. Okay. You pay less because you pay more. Sorry, you pay more because Adwa Smart has a shorter arm. Yeah. So a bucket way Mrs. Smith for a bucket today be an epobi and in same wa. And then I equal to second and sano. Na it is to swim for no.
Okay, I get you. That's nice. That's a nice explanation. I think I visited a cassava farm and the guy was trying to explain the rope system. I wasn't getting it. I think this is good explanation.
Another thing is a baby will have more than 12.
Okay.
Uko baby, I'll say yeah, there is soon 12 by 12. But hano, yeah, 10 by 10.
For like an acre.
For a rope.
For a rope.
And the acre can be 10. 10 ropes.
Okay. For
an acre. And say the same acre no ususune 12 a ubenya 9 ropes.
Okay.
Ewomu. Acre efuo no yesusune 12 by 12 no and ubeka say 9 ropes. But acre yesusune 10 by 10 and ubeka say 10 rope. Its equivalent is 10 for an acre.
Okay.
But with 12 by 12 its equivalent is 9 ropes for an acre.
For an acre to be less once it's small. Yeah. It's small. Okay. I get you. I believe you guys are not confused. If you are confused, just let us know. I'll try and explain it because I get what he's trying to say. Okay, so as you said here, there is now much work to be done. If you are here, they form the canopy, you are good to go.
Yeah, it's just I'm waiting for the rains.
Okay, so rain is needed here.
Just for it to grow.
Okay.
Because there's nutrients in the soil, so it's just like it needs. We are entering into the dry season, so the rain that will just fall before the dry season sets in will be okay for it to get it to maturity, because when it gets to December, then it gets to 5 months.
Okay.
So I would let it get to January, February, March. Then it will be entering into 8 months. Then I can get a good harvest.
Okay. Okay. So even though this is 6 months cassava, but at least you want it to grow much
exceeds 8
bigger.
months, then I'll get a bigger tuber.
Nice. So let me ask this question. So from what you're explaining and my understanding of what you are saying, it's not advisable to irrigate a cassava farm.
I think that can be done during the dry season.
Okay.
It helps it when your soil, there's the soil, the texture of the soil, one, is in question. Two, the nutrients of the soil is in question. But when you get a good soil, like a loamy soil, irrigation wouldn't help it because it wouldn't retain the water.
Yeah.
So, and the most important thing for cassava plantation is weed management. Once you get to check your weeds for it to get to the 3rd to 4th month to form the canopy, I quite say wawa kwala or East Legon. Na wawa kwala or that slum ghetto. Sabi, o de akwala ya won 1 year East Legon beto ho. O de akwala ya won ghetto beto wa. Difference wom. Oba hu se we ya bontro we ya ma ne nani. Ya ma ne nan one. Ya ma no proper care. Ne we de koko milk cry nim. Enti hu se we ba ne da ho a, we ba ne da ho difference. So enti sa na ti ma obi a wa check inwura efinefuo mu. Eni obi a wan check ni inwura efinefuo. Enti without irrigation, with irrigation, cassava can do well.
But there's obviously will be a difference.
Yeah, there will be a difference when it gets to dry season. A slight difference, because once I don't get irrigation done in my farm and I do a proper weed management, onunkwa na edidi, onunkwa na enyi. But who irrigation, but who check weeds. Even though you are irrigating, you are giving it water, but media no, wa forming canopy away. In real be any answer, but it's getting only ninkwa na odidi. Inti no still now fresh. Odidi on real be and be fresh. Now the old man is you. Who so won't check in the weeks, no. Inti woman is you no cry na in real no so nya hoden. Inti mefuo anywhere for no media no be channel. Inti near here weed management. But irrigation helps in terms of improving the plant, the rate of the growth.
Yeah.
The water helps with the rate of the growth. But when you don't do a weed management, it doesn't help it. It's useless.
Because
yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for such knowledge.
Okay.
So yes, this is 3 to 4 months, right?
Yeah.
But one last question. If I am to uproot the cassava, one of the sticks now, would there be cassava in there?
Yeah, it has started forming, but it's not big enough for you to uproot.
Okay. Okay. I have to at least 6 months.
It has, once it starts from 2 months going, the food, the tube start to form.
Okay.
The tube start to form.
Yeah.
So from 2 months going, when you uproot, you will see the tiny tubers forming. But it has not gotten to its full month, so you shouldn't uproot.
It's not advisable to do it early. Okay. So yes, 4 months. So
no, 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
Yeah.
So then from here, where do we go to?
We go to 4 months to 4 months on. Yeah. Okay. So this 3 months, we are going to 4 months on to see the difference. Okay. The height and how weeds has also been checked and how it has grown in terms of the canopy and the beautiness and its maturity, how it looks like in terms of its maturity. Okay. Why fine. Okay. Sanity.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, join us as we get into that video to look at the 5 months on.
4 months.
4 months, right? So there's 3 months.
3 months.
That's 4 months.
Yes.
Yes. So we did from the initial stage where plowing and planting. We did that 1 month. Yeah. So 1 month, 2 months. Then here is 3 months.
Yes.
We are going to 4 months, right?
Yes.
All right. So join us as we go there to check that one as well.
So this is a year variety. Mixed, it's mixed with benze and madamaku.
Okay.
So this is benze. This is madamaku. You can see the difference in the leaves. With the benze, this is how the leaves looks like. It grows tall. You can see from behind. It grows very tall.
That's the benze, right?
That's the benze.
Okay.
And this madamaku.
But they all like 1 year. Or
year.
some grow a little bit.
Yeah, a year. If you want to get full maturities for a year, 12 months.
Okay.
If you want to harvest it early, at least 10 months, you can get something.
Okay, so this is benze, 1 year benze.
Madamaku.
So madamaku is rather shorter.
It's not shorter, it's growing. So 8/4 year, this is 8/4 month.
Okay.
So it has to get to 12 months. It is in it. But the difference is the leaves. So check this leaf.
Okay.
Check this one. The madamaku has a broader leaf
Than the benze.
The benze has a broader leaf than the madamaku.
So this is benze. This one is benze.
Benze, yes.
Then this is the madamaku.
Yes.
Because of this one too.
Yes.
But they all 12 months, as you said.
Yes, a year cassava.
But how many months is it? What one is
it's the same. But it's taller because of the nutrient content around that place. So we had a palm fruit for that was uprooted. So it has decomposed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
the importance of having nutrients, a lot of nutrients in the soil.
Yes,
to help
yes,
it grow
yes.
well.
So that area has a lot of nutrient because of the decomposition of the palm fruit. Palm tree, sorry.
Okay. Because I can see here there's a palm tree here.
Yeah, so if I
supposing you fall it and it decomposes,
it gives the area more nutrients.
So then nutrients is very important.
Yes.
Because
cassava also needs, let me say, fertilizer application if there's less nutrients in the soil, but it has to get a proper rate of fertilizer application by getting to know the right type of fertilizer, like the 15-15, like the 20-10-10. For the initial stage, it has to get a greater nitrogen content for it to get the leafy, greeny aspect to form
more leaves.
More leaves.
Yeah.
Either you could also dump in, organic materials like the poultry dropping and maybe cow dung and stuff. But that one is scarce for you to get. So you can just get either a foliar fertilizer or a crystal fertilizer. That is the actual NPK 15-15 to apply at the base. Or you can use the foliar to spray
on it. Okay, so fertilizer application is so important in here.
As when the soil wouldn't help you in terms of the nutrient content in the soil. But if the soil is rich, cassava doesn't need any fertilizer again.
Okay, so when you're applying fertilizer, let's ask this. At what point in time do you do the application?
So if there's less nutrients in the soil, when the cassava gets to 2 months, you can do the base application of the fertilizer.
Okay.
If you are using a foliar, you can do the spraying as well. From 2 months, you can do your next stage of application like after 2 months again. Then I think it will just pick up for you.
From there. With the spraying to like the other one, so that we decide you don't spray it on the leaves, spray it at the base. With the fertilizer, so you're using foliar, will you spray it on the leaves? Or
with the foliar, it's a systemic fertilizer. Okay. So it has no effect on the leaf in terms of killing it.
Okay.
Because it is rather going to help it. It's not a it's not a herbicide. Yeah. So once you apply as a foliar, because the reason why sometimes you have to go in for foliar is the price. Now fertilizer bag is high in terms of cost. So foliar, you can get some like 50 cedis per bottle, a liter. You can get some for 40 cedis in terms of a sachet 1K of a foliar fertilizer. So that one, people in terms of the less budget farmers go in for that. Yeah. But with the rich farmers, they go in for a bag of fertilizer. Then they used to apply.
land. Okay. So at this stage, you don't really do much as well, right? You just control your weeds. Or what do you do at this
Yes.
stage?
So this land, there's nutrients in it, so I haven't applied any fertilizer.
Okay.
Yes.
But yet, with the weed control, do you go about the weed control?
Yeah, I stated earlier on, for your first 1 to 4 months, proper weed management. So you can see for yourself, the work has been done. The work shows by itself. There's no weeds. This is a 4 months cassava. As you can see, there's no weeds.
Yeah.
That has overgrown.
Mm-hmm.
So it means I've checked the weed.
Weeds, okay. So it means they have room to grow
Yes.
nicely and perfectly well. Okay. That's nice. But this is grown nicely.
Yeah.
And like we can see the importance of having good nutrients in the soil. You can see this one. See the way they've all grown taller and nice. And the area there is less nutrients too. You can see. But it's, they're all growing nicely.
Yes.
They're growing nicely. So as you said, this is the 1 year.
4 months.
No,
But
the 1 year.
1 year
variety.
cassava
Okay.
for Agbolema, Kondo.
Okay. And you are going to carry processing. You can use
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
Okay. And let me just add, if you have to use the method I talked about, the one you cut,
Yeah, the node cutting.
it reduces how long it will take. So supposing with a 1 year,
Okay.
you can say a 1 year variety, all right, but because you use the nodes to do it, it won't take time to germinate. It germinates very quickly. They can just transplant and plant. So it will reduce the time it will take for some of the nodes to die off for the plants to start germinating. Do you get it? So that's the importance or the relevance of that one.
Okay.
Aside you getting more node sticks to plants, kind of, it also shortens the period a bit.
Okay.
So if it's 1 year, it will bring it down.
Okay.
If it is 6 months variety too, it also bring it down.
Okay.
Yes.
I would do a case study on this.
Yes, try
So
that.
as well to educate the other local farmers about it, because acquisition of the cassava sticks is a major problem to them.
Yeah.
Now it's a major problem because someone needs to plant a 6 months cassava because of the earliness of its harvest, but there's no sticks for the person to acquire. But once this comes in, even if he or she gets like 50 sticks, he can do a lot he can plant a lot on even an acre can cover, because taking those from a 50 stick can cover a lot.
It's a huge number. So let me just ask this question here. I know I've asked previously, with all the 10 acres that you've done, you have to do an estimate of the amount you are looking for it to generate from the 10 acres. How much do you think you make?
Okay, so approximately, if I'm to do a rough calculation, here we sell, if you are to sell in ropes, as I said, we do the measurement 10 by 10. Elsewhere they do 12 by 12. So let me peg myself around, and harvesting time is also important when it comes to the calculation of the amount you'll be getting during your harvest. So I'll be harvesting around the dry season. I'll be doing my harvesting around the dry season, late June. Next year June. So with a ratio, let me say, with a 10 acre, so it means I'm doing 100 ropes.
Okay, yeah.
With a 10 acre, I'm doing 100 ropes.
Okay.
So 100 ropes by, let me say, 10, let me use this raw figure. It would exceed, but let me use 10 million per rope.
10 million is like 1,000 cedis.
Yeah, 1,000 cedis per rope. So you multiply 1,000 by 100.
That's like 100,000.
Yes, a billion.
Wow. The billion old currency.
Yes.
But 100,000
so
cedis.
Planting cassava, harvesting in a dry season, where it meets the market price of high price, you get around that remuneration.
Wow. When they take 100 million,
yeah,
that's good money. And looking at the cost, how much do you say you've made, like as in cost of incurred, like an estimate?
Yeah, like I did my budget on this, depending on the size of the land that I work on. So with this is 8 roofs.
Okay.
So 8 roofs with the clearing of the land, with the planting, with the cassava stick acquiring, and with the weed control management, you'll be spending around 2,000.
2,000 cedis.
2,000 cedis. Yes.
For the 10 acres, right?
Yes. No, for this size of the land, with the 8 ropes that we are standing on.
Oh, okay.
This is an 8-rope farm.
Okay, so
the
this
4 months
2,000.
own is 8-rope farm.
Okay.
So with the little budget you can budget till the end, that is weed cost, clearing cost, cassava stick buying, approximately 2,000 for now, as I've spent on this.
Okay, so this is a 8-rope one.
8 ropes.
So like, let's say it's not even up to an acre, right?
2 ropes, then it adds up to an acre.
Okay. So here the cost of everything is like 2,000.
2,000.
Okay. So even 2,000,
So imagine
2,000 by the 10.
10.
That's
So I've spent
20,000.
close to
20,000.
20,000.
Yes. So if you take it from the 100,000 that you intend to make, that's profit of like 80,000.
80,000, yes.
Which is Charlie, more than 100% profits. More than like 300% profits.
Yes.
Okay. So cassava farming is very profitable. And as I said, there is ready markets for especially the 6 months on.
And even the agbelema is a hot cake. Agbelema, it's just that the difference is the 6 months you get your money quick. But with the agbelema too, when the time reaches and it means the market as in dry season, because during dry season the buyers rather move from their comfort zone to come to the farmlands to search for cassava to buy, or to search for condo to buy. So now the farmer during the dry season, the farmer gets to be the king. During the dry season, farmers get to become the king, because you don't have to stress yourself to prepare the agbelema before you get a buyer. The buyers rather come in looking for you to buy from, because now people are unable to approve because of the compactness of the land, because sun has set in, the land has become dry, no water. So even people get to fetch water a day before the harvest on the cassavas that they will be uprooting before you can. So those costs add up to the high price during the dry season.
Okay. So let me ask you, for the sticks, if someone wants to buy, or how much you do in care or in buying?
You can say a tiffy barco, 50 cedis, a bunch.
That's in the sack, right?
Not in a sack. We just tie.
Okay.
You be bono abon belt. You the idea be boom. Minti say the cashier say ya na sticks na woman 50 cedis.
Okay.
Ewo waswa ne cashier esuti, because say wo wa esuti by 80 ya muye du kakra.
By 50 cedis.
50 cedis.
Regardless whether it's a 6 months or
and the sana moton wa.
Matter. Okay. Is there anything else you want us to know? I think we're in the video here because we looked at all the various stages. But is there anything you're supposed to know?
I think everything is interesting. Sometimes some of the farmers, what they do is they incorporate their farms with plantain, a lot of plantain, which suppresses the shade, the cassavas getting direct sunlight. So for me, I wouldn't encourage farmers trying to plant plantain just in the centers of their farm, but at least they can do it around the boundaries. For the farm to get a proper view, for you as well to know what you are doing, because sometimes plantain, when you plant one sucker, it gets to multiply within a year. So eventually your farm will be covered up with a lot of plantain. I have a couple of friends whose farm have been filled up with a lot of plantain, because the suckers keeps growing, and it's very difficult to uproot unless you get manpower to uproot the bases. When you cut, it will grow. When you cut, it will grow. So I have a scenario here. Anytime I come, I have to cut.
The plantain tree.
Yes, I don't want it to grow, so I have to cut.
Just uproot it from the base, like.
Yes, that is another time for another person's work
to come and do. Okay. Any other thing I was supposed to know?
No, I think a little education has been done on this, so we can get to an 8 months cassava stage. Then get to see when it is entering into its harvesting time, how it looks like.
How it looks like. Okay. So yes, let's go to the 8 months, as you said.
So let me chip in here something. You asked about whether irrigation or a lot of water is needed for cassava.
Yeah.
You see, there's no retaining of water here, but it rained heavily twice. It has killed the cassava because the water gets its passage here.
From here.
So you can see that all this cassava has gotten, it has died because of
the water,
the excessiveness of the
water.
water.
For the moisture.
Yes.
Like so
water. Cassava doesn't need a lot of water. It's able to dwell well in sunny areas.
Okay.
Yes.
So sunny soil.
Yes. So this is not a disease.
This is like water.
The tegidity, it has a lot of water uptake, so it has killed it.
Sure. So take note, cassava doesn't need much water.
So I have the 6 months cassava
in between,
one rope here.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that, as I said, weed management is important. So you can see no weeds under it, no weeds, and sure, within 5 months, 6 months, you come and you see it grown very tall. So this is the 8 months cassava that I'm talking about.
Yeah, these are tall.
Yes. So an 8 months cassava, this is Buenze. Buenze. It is 8 months old. So this is how it looks like. The height and everything.
Is it taller than you?
Yes. It's like approximately getting to 7 feet.
Nice.
6 to 7 feet.
So this is 8 months.
Like 6 feet.
6 feet, yeah. 8 months.
8 months.
Nice. So over here, there's anything you're supposed to do?
Now, when it gets to this stage, because when you once, you see, we did a spraying and the weeds has died. Yeah. So it's just that 2 months I can harvest.
Okay.
2 to 3 months I can harvest without checking any weeds.
Because already like
yes.
Control the weed.
Yes.
So basically, if I get you, most of the things are like weed management.
Yes, very important
weed very well.
for cassava planting.
Yeah, good to go. Okay. Any other thing I'm supposed to know at this point?
Another thing is cassava has disease, which some farmers are unaware. Okay. Some too are aware, but has little education on. When you get to see a cassava looking brownish and patched in its leaves like this, turning yellow, it could be either it's getting rot, the tuber getting rot, which we call cassava rot.
Okay.
Or a fungicide that has attacked it. So with the cassava rot, there's no disease, there's no management in terms of controlling the cassava rot. It's just that when you experience a lot of cassava rotting on your farm, you have to do a crop rotation. Okay. Because it means the land is infested with that disease.
Oh, okay.
There's no management in terms of cassava. Chemical, by going to apply a medicine or insecticide or fungicide, there's no treatment when it comes to that for now. There has not been any study.
Okay.
For now. Probably if it is a foreign land that they are able to check the rate of data. But for Africa, what I know is there's no proper management in terms of cassava rot for now. So what you do is you do a crop rotation once you get to detect that there's a cassava rot on your farm.
Okay.
By planting a different crop on the land. Yes, if it is a fungicide attack, you do the spraying during the second month, third month, because if it's a fungicide, you get to detect it at early stage, like 2 months to 3 months, 4 months, and you got, because once it gets to this stage, you can't spray. So when it is like this, 4 months, you can do your spray work.
I get you. I get you. So with this, the cassava rods, would that affect the yield you get?
Yes, the quantity you need, you get from the size you have planted will lessen, because when you uproot, it has gotten rotten. When you uproot, it has gotten rotten. So it lessens the number of tubers you'll be getting on the ground.
And that's the cost of the land.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to. So it means the next after harvesting, you won't plant cassava here again.
No, this has like there are few areas that has experienced the cotton rot,
Okay.
the cassava rot.
Okay.
Some is very severe, that at least half of the land gets to be rotting. Those lands you do a crop rotation.
Okay.
But with this, it's scanted. It's scanted, so you are able to do a check by planting again and knowing that this area it gets to rot, so you wouldn't worry about it.
I think this is important because most people might not know.
Yes.
The cassava might be getting these issues and getting lower yield.
Yes. And it has signs. It has signs either by the roots or by the stalk. The mother stalk that you used to plant, you would see that it would have a brownish. You will see that the stalk is dying off.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you see that the stalk is dying off. I don't know, like this is not a cassava rot. It was a fungicide attack.
Okay, so this is not a fungicide attack.
Yes, and I want to show you some of the fungicide effects. The cassava rot on. So, can we come?
Yeah, coming. We are going to have a look at the cassava rots. So, in case you are watching, you have a cassava farm, you are growing your own cassava farm, and you identify some of them, you can get to know. The one they showed, I said it was a fungicide attack, and not necessarily a cassava rot. So, yes, we are going to have a look at the cassava rot, how it looks like, and some symptoms or signs for you to determine cassava rots on your cassava farm. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please at this point subscribe. The information has been very helpful to you. So kindly make time to subscribe for me. The goal is to reach 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please subscribe to the channel. Share this video so other people can get to learn about it. Because I've visited a lot of cassava farms, and today what I'm learning here is different from any of the cassava farms I've visited so far. Okay.
When you get to see some of these signs around your cassava, you see the termites and the stuffs around it. So eventually, when it gets to the time that you'll be harvesting, then it has already been rotting.
So these signs are...
Yes, it's a sign to show that the cassava is being infested.
But the leaves, does the leaf show you something?
Yes, see.
Okay.
It's sometimes you get be swayed off by the fungicide and dead leaf. Dead leaf as in new leaves growing and the initial one dying off.
Okay.
So there is a particular signs that you can detect with the terms of the three stages. Either it's a dead leaf, or it's a fungicide attack, or it's a cassava rot. A cassava rot comes with this sign.
Okay.
You see the other ones, this one is not rotting, but it has this feature. It could either be the leaf dying off as an old plant. Old leaf.
To come.
But some of the signs for the cassava rot is this.
Yeah, it has a lot of termite and stuff in the
Yes.
soil. Okay, well, it has not rotted yet, so you can just eat it. So this is edible.
Yes, edible. Benze.
Okay.
Very hard and sweet for fufu.
Nice. So yeah, after I had this week, at least going around the farm, looking at the various stages of the cassava farming, we finally come to an end to the video. At least if you've watched, the whole idea of the video was to take you through the stages of growing cassava, right from the plowing stage, planting,
A
to
month old.
a month old, yes, to 2-3 months. We came to 4 months. We moved to the 8 months. We showed you how cassava rot is, when at least your cassava is getting rotten and you have problems with it, how to identify and all of that. The profitability and everything basically about farming, about cassava farming. If you've watched and you still have questions or need clarifications on anything, you can ask in the comment section. His contact will be in the description side. You can reach out to him if you need his help or need any explanation, anything you need to know about cassava farming. As you can see, you're enjoying some of the cassava. There's
A jade.
It's
The 6 months cassava. It's very sweet. You can testify.
Oh yeah. So in the course of you said you taste it. It's very nice. It's good for you to do your fufu. To make it look very nice for you. So yeah, so within 6 months you can be able to use this. And this one is for the 6 months is for fufu mainly. And the 1 year ones are mainly for the remainder in career processing. So yeah, this will close out on the video. Unless you have any other thing for us to know when it comes to cassava that you want to add. Basically, your final words.
Okay, my final word is the youth of the nation has to arise in terms of farming. Because farming is the next big thing in terms of the world growing, especially a second economy nation like Ghana in terms of the world. So we the youth have to rise and start something for the nation, especially in terms of export. We can do a lot of cassava farming and it will be exported. Cassava has a lot of revenue in terms of its sale or its export. So investors and people who have lands, chiefs, ministers, well-to-do business people, please reach out to the youth who are interested in farming. Help them in terms of land. Some of us, we are not willing to get money before we start. Some of us, we are willing to start something for you to see and for you to see and after push us. So I'm advocating on behalf of the youth in Ghana that we need your help. Kindly help us to achieve our goals. We are there to help the nation, but we need the support of the government, the support of the assemblies, the support of the ministers and the MCs who are watching us wherever we find ourselves. I have the opportunity to be interviewed on my farmland. Please, some of our youth are on their lands working but haven't gotten the opportunity. You can reach out to them. When you are passing by and you see a youth farming, please kindly reach out to them. Let them see their aim of farming. You can as well groom them in terms of coaching. There are seminars, there are workshops that agri ministry is organized, but some of the local indigenes in terms of the youth are unaware. When they get to opportunity to get encounter with these programs, they can expand their work. So kindly help us to reach our goals. Thank you very much.
Okay. I believe this will end the video. Like, so you can get to promote it to other viewers. Subscribe to the channel so we all go together. I've been saying this. The goal is 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Today we are in October, close to the end of October. And we have like 2 months more for the year to end. So please, if you are watching this, subscribe so we reach the goal of 50,000 subscribers. And share this video. There are people who are out there who do some of these educative videos to improve upon their farm or to even start their own farm. Some don't know what kind of farm to go into. Some of this video can help them get information on it for them to decide whether to go into cassava farming or not. And as I said, it's very profitable. It makes significant returns when venturing into cassava farming. So yes. Social media handles. Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, so when you want to find information on me, My social media handle in terms of Facebook is Charles Ansadanso. You can find me there, and my contact and my contact is 054 942 8014. 054 942 8014. It's a WhatsApp line as well. Thank you.
So yes, you can reach out to him and get the support you need. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.